Hello, and welcome back. This is Borahla here. What did you think of the communicative approach? Wasn't the teacher fun and exciting? The communicative approach is so general that what you see in the classroom really depends on how you understand and apply the principles of the communicative approach. So to be honest, two communicative classrooms could look very different. This gives teachers using this approach a lot of freedom in what they do in the classroom and how they help their students acquire language. General? That's an understatement. It seems to me that the communicative teacher tries to teach everything, so what really he ends up teaching is nothing. With such a general approach, how is a teacher supposed to know if he or she is applying the principles correctly? I am a vocabulary teacher, pronunciation teacher, grammar teacher, business English teacher. Seriously, he's been teaching 3 whole years? He won't last 5. And if he says he's an expert at everything, you know what that really means. It means he's an expert at nothing. He can't even figure out which techniques are actually good ones and which are just, well, as he says, just fun. No. Teachers in the communicative approach don't teach everything. They focus on the goal of using a language, communication, and they understand that differences among students require different resources and different techniques. And I'm trying to be nice, so let me agree with you about something. Gamification and fun techniques have become a staple of the communicative approach, but that doesn't mean that it takes the place of sound education. Learning should always come before entertainment in a sound communicative approach. But the communicative approach, like other learner-centered approaches, recognizes that students learn better when they are properly motivated and, yes, having a bit of fun. Oh, and they are properly motivated when they get to play a game like hide and seek? That is not what I'm saying. I am saying that engagement and understanding learners, and yes, perhaps using games that students are familiar with, can often help students participate better. It reduces the affective filter and allows language learners to engage and understand in the classroom language. Think of it this way. Just learning vocabulary and grammar doesn't help students communicate. So teachers focus on aspects of engaging topics and activities to really help the students communicate. That means they may have to teach multiple ways to use a single phrase or to put their teaching in a particular communicative setting or context in order to help students learn to communicate better. I love the use of materials that are as close to real world as possible. Communicative teachers call these authentic materials. Hold on. So let me get this straight. So when a communicative teacher brings a menu to class from Japan, that means that suddenly you are having an authentic Japanese experience? You can't expect communication in the classroom to be authentic. The classroom is not the real world. Yes, the classroom is not the real world, so could you use the materials in the classroom and then suddenly have it spring into being authentic? And besides, you can't expect beginning learners to understand anything from authentic materials unless you are using children's materials, which, by the way, is really boring and, might I add, a bit condensing. Authentic materials won't work for everything. Only an idiot would think so. I don't need to respond. Just breathe. I am above this. Okay, I suppose you are sort of have a point. For authentic materials to really work, they have to be leveled appropriately. But when things are given to students at the correct level, it truly engages them and helps them want to learn. The communicative approach allows teachers to see how real language situations and communication principles can be given to learners through carefully planned games and activities at their level. I would think even you know that. Oh, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have insulted. I'm trying to do better. I'm so sorry. Glad to see I'm influencing you. Just remember to keep up those insults. We always have room for one more. Okay, now enough of those two. They get heated sometimes. At any rate, I hope you have a chance to look at the communicative approach from both angles and examine your feelings and beliefs about those principles. In the next video, we'll take a look at the techniques you can apply in your classroom that are based on the communicative approach. See you then. All in all, the comprehension approach has given us some very important insights into language learning process and what teachers can do to help lower students' inhibitions when learning another language. In the next lesson, we'll take a look at some of the things teachers still use for the comprehension approach and how you can apply the principles of this approach in your own classroom if you so choose. See you then.